Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the PNY PRO Podcast. Today, we are joined by a longstanding member of PNY and someone you might recognize from one of our past episodes, Charles Minskoff. Hello, Charles.
Hey, B, it's great to be here. How you doing, Jerome?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good.
Yeah, we're very excited to have you. And, as we may have referred to him as previous episodes, this is our friend at PNY, Chuck. So, Chuck, we know you. Some of our past viewers know you, but could you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Well, I've been here at PNY for about 17 years now. And what I am is the senior commercial sales rep. I deal with the professional product line and with Edge AI, specifically IGX by NVIDIA.
That's awesome. And, we really want to focus in on IGX today. So since you mentioned it, could you tell us a little bit more about IGX, what exactly it is?
Sure. IGX ORIN is an industrial-grade Edge AI platform from NVIDIA. It's designed for high-performance, low-latency, real-time results and AI inference at the edge.
So, on that same note, can you tell us a little bit more about the IGX features and, what it does and the capabilities of it?
Sure. IGX ORIN is designed with functional safety in mind. It means the system is designed to detect, prevent, and respond to potential accidents, errors, faults, or failures in a way that avoids any harm, either to the system or to any of the folks maybe walking around the factory or warehouse floor. And especially, this is important in life-critical healthcare applications, where surgical robots need to respond in real time. So nothing going up to a cloud and instructions coming back. The brain is in the IGX, it's Edge AI, everything working in concert together.
That's awesome. And I know you mentioned robots, which I feel like are something we've seen more so lately. There's definitely a lot of advancements going on in the technology and AI space. But because of your longstanding experience with PMY, your experience with these products, are there certain changes or recent advancements you've seen in this type of technology?
Well, everything keeps growing, and IGX is available with a discrete GPU, which essentially doubles its performance output. And speaking of robots and industrial situations, downtime is extremely costly. So predictive maintenance systems prevent downtime. Legacy systems can be hard to integrate with modern AI and computer vision solutions. So safety and reliability are really critical in any human-machine collaboration, whether it be a surgical robot stitching someone up or someone on a factory floor working with robots that are assembling a car. You just have to make sure everyone is safe. If someone walks into the line of one of these robotic arms, it sees them, it senses them, and every machine on the floor adjusts.
So, Chuck, for the people who don't necessarily know, what is Edge AI and what does that mean?
AI at the edge is a real-time artificial intelligence that is reaching out and connecting with the IoT, the Internet of Things. If it's, say, a hospital, it's the bed in the hospital is weighing the patient. The monitors on the patient are keeping track of his heartbeat, his blood pressure, his oxygenation. Camera in the room could be keeping an eye on him to see if he's watching TV. Is he reading? Is he smiling? Or is he writhing in agony? And all of this will work together and report back to the main system and to the doctors in the hospital.
Very interesting. So basically, it's what people are going to be utilizing when it comes to your real life instead of like more of a software. It's going to be actually helping you in these situations.
Exactly. Picture a factory floor with several robotic arms assembling automobiles. Every single one of those knows what the arm next to it is doing, knows what every piece of machinery, everything, Internet of Things, everything on that factory floor is doing, and it's coordinating. Again, someone walks in the way of a robotic arm, everything slows down or moves over.
So the impact of this is just incredible for professionals and enterprises especially. You mentioned a few different markets of healthcare, factories. Is there any real world scenario or any use case specifically that's really stood out to you?
Well, we have been concentrating in the beginning with med tech and healthcare. We work closely with a company manufacturing surgical robots. We work with several other folks that are doing medical imaging. You might notice now if you go to the dentist, you're not waiting for a big piece of film to be developed. And the dentist on their computer is probably being alerted to any problems in the x-ray. The same thing with any kind of scan, whether it be an MRI, CAT scan, an EKG, it's all interpreted by the machines now. And doctor will still read it, but he might miss something. And one thing, we've mentioned before is if, let's say you have a heart surgeon performing an operation, and the operation can take hours upon hours. He's wearing a set of goggles that are giving him augmented reality. So he is seeing right there in the open chest of his patient an overlay telling him what the blood pressure is. Maybe there wasn't proper blood flow. So he can have preset it. So before he goes in, he knows that if he sees something fluorescing purple, there's no blood flow there. Again, you can make cancer cells fluoresce. So you get to the 6-hour point and the doctor's getting tired. His eyes are feeling some strain. The augmented reality will help keep him focused. And while he's performing this and being guided, the AI is also recording and analyzing everything, giving him real-time feedback, floating there right in front of his patient, and making sure everything comes out right.
Yeah, no, that sounds honestly insane. And it's one of those things that I feel like the general public may not necessarily know if they're not really in tune with like the medical field like that, in where, the standard person off the street, they may wonder what AI does or what it's being used for. But in all these certain, circumstances in where it can really be helpful to, help with open heart surgeries, kind of is the example you used, or honestly even save lives in the manufacturing side of things, and where it can protect someone, if something's incoming, it can stop.
Yeah.
That robot can stop right on the field.
Stop, adjust the movement, and it does this coordinated with every other machine on the floor.
Right. Yeah. And that's honestly, I feel like a very groundbreaking thing to start to realize that AI can really enhance and incorporate into our daily lives like that.
Yes, and we've had some new customers that are doing surveillance. It can detect people loitering, people in zones where they are not supposed to be. It can analyze someone's gait, photograph their face, and help with inventory replacement. When something's sold, it automatically knows and coordinates all that. So it works in retail, robotics, perception. There are just so many things that Edge AI can do and help with. We know about autonomous robots, but farming robots, where the tractors are small tractors, they're going through, they're harvesting the crops. But even before it's harvested, there are sensors you plant in the soil. They know if the soil's too dry, they can control the irrigation, and everything again is coordinated from planting to growing to harvesting, all through Edge AI.
That's incredible. And I think it's really important, a note that you both made a point to say that AI and this artificial intelligence and everything we're able to do now, it's helping humans, it's helping professionals, it's helping people in their fields. And I think it's really important to speak to the fact that it's an addition to our society. It's not something that's taking away. It's not something that we should be scared of. So could you talk a little bit more about factor in society?
Sure. Let's farming robots, for instance. They'll go through and they won't just harvest. They'll pick the weeds. They'll find the grapes that are wine worthy and help with that. Smart filmmaking rigs now for creators that whether you're doing documentary style, wildlife, pet photography, making cat videos, it helps you edit. Right now, when I shoot, I use a camera that shoots in 360 degrees. With animals, it's great because I can reframe, and now I have an AI assistant that once I tell it what I want in frame, will go through all that footage and set it up for me.
It's amazing.
Yes. We mentioned surveillance. There's also aquatic surveillance robots, marine biology, underwater archaeology at depths we can't get to. IGX will run AI models on board to recognize marine life. We have someone that is mapping coral reefs right now. He's doing a digital twin of the coral reefs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. A little bit further down the road are going to be brain-computer interfaces, where you're not going to have to tap your phone screen anymore. You're just going to look at it and you'll be interfaced with it. In fact, we will get to a point where you won't even need the phone. You'll be able to read your text messages floating right in front of you using some AR goggles that are attached via Edge AI to the implant that you may have one day.
Right. And that's interesting because I always see how I know the AR goggles have been like a thing that kind of comes and goes, but it's still here. I know that when it comes to I think it was the Apple Vision Pro, I feel like that was a big thing, and where again, generally there's a lot of different AR goggles that are out
Right.
there, but I feel like that's one where a lot of people kind of got a chance to take a look at it and be like, okay, this is what it can do, as like a first instance of it. So how does the AR goggles kind of incorporate with some of the robots that you guys may be doing? Because I know you said that when it comes to the healthcare side, you're using
Robotic surgeons. Now, if you're using a robotic surgeon, that doesn't mean that I can walk into an office and a robot is going to perform surgery on me
right.
without the aid of a surgeon. The surgeon will control the robot. So he's looking through and he's seeing exactly what he's stitching, where he's cutting, etc. And for just for folks walking down the street, it's going to be in your glasses before you know it. So if you're going somewhere and you're looking at stores, it'll tell you what each store does. For GPS, it'll be right here, right in front of you, floating in space.
Yeah. So then how does PNY and the GPUs and the graphics cards that we make, does that incorporate with NVIDIA IGX? Or?
Yeah, it absolutely does. Right now, the 6000 RTX Ada Lovelace, we have a special version of the card with a custom BIOS that works with IGX. It doubles the output. It gives you additional, video outputs. It just is a nice piece in the dev kit. And everything works together.
That's awesome. And, you have great experience and great knowledge of IGX ORIN. So I just wanted to get your thoughts maybe on what you think is next for this technology.
Well, the newest applications, as I mentioned earlier, are a lot of security stuff. I mean, it can recognize a person's gait. It can recognize disguises. So if you're in a high security facility, it will go beyond facial recognition to identify people by how they walk, their body shape, or even the way they use their phone. We all hold our phone in our own ways. And it's wild because a hoodie or a mask does not fool this. IGX can detect hidden identity anomalies in modern patterns, all edge side. So nothing's going out to the cloud. It's right then and there. So if you're at the security desk at PNY and you didn't notice someone loitering, the system will.
That's incredible.
That's crazy. So it could be used in all these different instances. I feel like I could see it shining a lot more, even on the small business side of things, in where, you may not be able to afford like a giant security team. But if you do incorporate the NVIDIA IGX ORIN, you can save so much more money and time, and you can consolidate those resources into that, in where it makes life so much more efficient for you.
Yes, and let's say in a retail application, it's going to keep track of the employees when they come in. It's going to keep track and photograph every cash transaction. It's watching the shelves so it knows when something needs to be restocked. It knows when somebody slipped something under their shirt or in their pocket.
Yeah.
And alerts the security or the cashier or the manager at the store.
Yeah.
So no more punch cards.
Yeah.
You walk in, the computer says, "Hey, B's here." But maybe it also says she didn't go right to work. She was there.
She went to breakfast.
Yeah, it's breakfast.
Again, with the surveillance for critical infrastructure, we have an application we're working on with Department of Energy, and that will involve autonomous drones keeping an eye on things.
Wow.
Maybe next time when I come back, we can talk about that a little more.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. But
Great.
I mean, in general, it just sounds like this technology is developing every time we meet with you. Every day I see you, I feel like there's something new. And to me, I feel like IGX ORIN is just a professional's best friend or an enterprise's
Absolutely.
best friend.
Absolutely. Whether you're a university doing research, a pharmaceutical company developing new vaccines and drugs, a hospital keeping track of every patient and how they're doing, Edge AI is for you.
It's got your back.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Chuck, for taking the time out to be on this podcast. And if you guys aren't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as listen to us on your favorite podcast platforms. That's it for this episode, and we'll see you next time.